feeling the boy. For the party, all the girl they move your body. Hey, if you're feeling the boy and feeling the dancing, sing. Wait, oh, no. Call my name, people them calling my name. Come on, come back again. Niger people they be feeling the boy. Ghana people they be feeling the boy. London people they be feeling the boy. Everybody they be feeling the boy. Come back with the wickedest sound. Come back with the wickedest sound. Say they be feeling the boy, watching the boy. Everybody wanna rock with the boy, they be feeling the boy, rocking the boy. Everybody wanna rock with the boy. Hey, say I the come, don't touch me now, I the roll. You know, see me at the elevate, so everybody sing my name. Whoa. Call my name, people them calling my name. Come back again. Niger people they be feeling the boy. Ghana people they be feeling the boy. London people they be feeling the boy. Everybody they be feeling the boy. Come back with the wickedest sound. Come back with the wickedest sound. Now you know my name. Come on, hey. Now, I want you to do this for me. Listen, tell your mother, tell your father, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell them people, Mr. Kobo, come back again. Come back with the wickedest sound. 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 Come on, hey.
What?
Spice fish.
Oh na na na.
Oh yeah.
Oh na na na. Oh na na na. Hello. Omina tata, omina jojo, amona owibi. Oh kedo no. Omina tata, omina jojo, amona owibi. Oh kedo no. Lilime. Osunu mehu. Yeah. Lilime. Osunu mehu. Oh na na na. Sakumba na my solo. Obida na my solo. Selu na my solo. Kenwa na my solo. Omina tata, omina jojo, amona owibi. Oh kedo no. Omina tata, omina jojo, amona owibi. Oh kedo no.
Waya toto ewo maro na merojo. Waya toto ewo maro na meroji. Aga sogeto edo no rigele oton. Edo ga sogoma. Edo no me number 1. Ona gisieli mena yedo eku. Ona gisieli mena yedo solako. Ariewe eri na arieke omo mugako. Ariewe eri na arieke baba wako.
Omina tata, omina get you now.
Clear. Okay. Quality. Right person in the building. Yeah, now. You know the Carlos. Beat entertainment. Number one. Asia. Europe. Italy. Okay. Lega. Business. Represent. Worldwide. International. Lega.
Yeah, I'm the one they call JJC. This here is like an autobiography. My life is like a movie.
My life, it's like an Hollywood movie. You see me so nothing they do me. Actor, no they die. My life, it's like a Hollywood movie. You see me so nothing they do me. Actor, no they die. My life,
I never really had a plan B. Music and video was the future that I could see. Back then I was a JJC, no visa, so I couldn't go university. I left college with a showreel and a CV. On the street made money from my mix CD. Breakdown, mega mix, tricks in the mix. Every house party in London played my mix. Teamed up with my friends Lech and Brando, the real secret weapon behind Big Bro. Year 2000, we won the Mobo. Next thing, Big Bro hit them with the new flow. And you don't know exactly how the thing go. Platinum hits, pure top 10 lists. And this is just the beginning of the gist. I still got so much to say.
my life, it's like an Hollywood movie. You see me so nothing they do me. Actor, no they die. My life, it's like a Hollywood movie. You see me so nothing they do me. Actor, no they die. My life,
2004, I came with fire. And that's the year I came down to Niger. John Jazzy, the banjo and queen. 419 squad, yeah, that's the dream team. But back then, I was young, dumb and full of cum. My girlfriend called and said she's having me a son. No more Niger, son, no more having fun. So I packed my bags and I head back to London. I got back home, no more backbone. Everybody went their way and I was all alone. So I started Mr. Skills and the Crazy Girls. Another way for me to get paid and make sales. But by now the internet has changed the game. The record deal and record sales are not the same. I lost energy, I put all my money in property. Trust me, there's more to the story.
my life, it's like an Hollywood movie. You see me so nothing they do me. Actor, no they die. My life, it's like a Hollywood movie. You see me so nothing they do me. Actor, no they die.
In 07, they call it recession, financial depression. Every house that I bought price.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Fellow Nigerians, hashtag No Violence 2015. Free and fair elections.
Thanks for joining us on Politics with KO. It is a crucial time for Nigerians and we have to make a critical decision. And this decision would affect our lives positively or negatively in the next 4 years. Thanks for joining us on Politics. My name is Rose Peter Graham, and it's been a busy week for the APC since the presidential candidate of the APC is present here in the United Kingdom. We've been hearing several, news. If he was here for, to meet with Nigerians in diaspora to talk about his policies, or maybe is here for some medical attention, like the opposition has been telling us that he is critically ill and he is not a man to be elected. We have someone with us in the studio that will talk about that with us. And Kayode was recently in Ghana. He had an interview with Omishori. I don't know how much of that interview we would be able to take because we started late, and I must apologize for us starting late, and we had some technical issues. But let us see a bit of this interview first, and when we come back you will meet my esteemed guest.
In Ghana? Oh yes. So what are you doing? The mission peace, giving a complete solution. Ghana Peace School. You still do not believe that your opponents in Osun State Regbeshola won the election? By electoral act, electoral law, when there are conflicts, infractions, irregularities in elections, tribunal. And there are 2 stages of tribunal, a law tribunal, the appeal tribunal, Supreme Court. So we are just the second stage, and I believe that by God's grace, the two will prevail at the end of the day. And the 2015 elections has been postponed. Are you also one of the Nigerians who believe that that postponement was necessary? Well, from what I heard, presentation by the INEC chairman, it's obvious that INEC wasn't ready. Because they said they require a few days to get together. And after their readiness, they now give security agencies a network. And that will be done before postponement. And if you can see what's happening after postponement, and they're still quite busy. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Or else we are less than 40 Nigerians not voting. Which is very bad for the Nigerian system. You are aware of that controversial tape released by Sahara reporters in which your voice was heard, the one involving Senator Banikoro, Governor Yofayoshe. Were you at that meeting? Was that your... There was no meeting, actually. No, Yofayoshe went to the army camp to go and complain about Nigerian army arresting his people, alleging that Yofayoshe bribed the Nigerian soldiers to arrest his people. That was just all. So if you listen to that tape, maybe if you listen to it, it's a non-issue. The issue is discussed and non-issue completely. And the same thing, yes, they showed on TV yesterday, we read book by when you read election, so that one, this is all physical. It's not being interpreted by PC. This one was voiceover. So I know you can see the difference in what they have done. So are you saying that in that meeting never took place, or that what I'm saying was that listen to that tape, one. By listening to that tape, you know the content. The issue being canvassed at that table is complaint Fayoshe about soldiers arresting PDP or disarming policemen. Simple. In all fairness, I listened to the tape and you did not say much. But there is a particular... What did I say? I said calm down. You said calm down. Those were the 2 words. I can confirm that. But there were worrying ones when Senator Banikoro was telling an army general that if he didn't cooperate, his promotion lies in his hand. Didn't you find that worrying? What happened was that we were told that the army were disarming the policemen, Nigerian policemen. So in that case, you are supposed to work together as partners. How can you not be riding that partner? That was what was pushing them towards that. But he was saying, as a senator of the Federal Republic, he was telling an army general, if you don't your promotion lies in my hand. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing to get I'm talking about Senator Banikoro. What I'm saying, the issue in contention, so to say, was the Nigerian army disarming Nigerian policemen. So he was just advised to general that he must cooperate with the government agency, he must all work together, the Nigerian army, the policemen, the civil defense, etc. So, you know, there is a propaganda noise about APC that they just make noise unnecessarily. Look at the case of Aragoshola and Rigo's election. When he was printing, APC was printing, see the Omusholo, you know, all sorts of things. These are the issues. This one is not
like the video, the Aragoshola alleged rigging video. Why didn't you present that in the tribunal?
So it was canvassed at the tribunal. Canvassed. But you know, Nigerian law does not take anything.
Okay, that's Senator Omishore speaking with Kayode in Ghana. And you know, he actually contested against Aragoshola. And of course, the issue they were talking about is the Ekiti Gates, like as is nicknamed now. There was a tape that actually recorded the rigging of the elections. And we've heard the president's comments on it, and he said that it is not real. But you know what surprises one is that a number of the characters you know, that took part in this, they've been owning up, this is what I said, that is what I said. And we must bring it to the table of, you know, a very, very popular lawyer. You might want to say a controversial one, but if you think about law in Nigeria, the face of it is Festus Keyamo. And we say, welcome to you, sir.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Okay, how was your trip?
Well, all right, always, as always.
Okay, now, before we talk about what brought you to the UK, let us find out your opinion about this. You've listened to the tape, and what do you think about it?
Well, I think it's a tape that exposes most of the things that happen behind the scene, especially with the ruling party prior to elections. I am surprised that certain persons are surprised about that tape, because there has been suspicion since 1999 that these are the things that go on behind the scene. We've never had concrete evidence that they sit law enforcement agencies down or agents down, they plan with them, they intimidate them and tell them how to go about skewing the process in favor of
their candidates.
Candidates or certain candidates. Now, if we had always suspected that these things happen behind the scene, if we had already had a hunch that these things happen behind the scene, what then is the surprise when we now have the real evidence to support it? And that's why I made that comment, that I'm surprised that certain persons are surprised that, you know, that such, you know, revelations came out. So it tells you in graphic form how low at times that even senior army commanders can descend, how low they can capitulate before politicians, you know, because of elections.
Okay.
So that is exactly the picture that tape creates, especially that portion where an army commander was being threatened about, subtly though, about the prospect for his promotion if he did not cooperate with the actors in that tape.
Okay, the presidents have heard this tape and they say it's not real and it cannot be allowed into evidence.
Well, that is the type of government that we have in Nigeria now. A government that is low in morals, that has no shame at all when it comes to corruption, that has no shame at all when it comes to, you know, destroying our national ethos. That is the type of government we have in Nigeria now. Imagine a situation where a government, the head of a government, is denying for the actors the content of a tape, and the actors are owning up.
Okay.
I mean, it is absurd. It should be the other way around. Normally, actors will be running away and say, look, it's not my voice on that tape. And then the presidency that should represent the collective aspirations of Nigerians should say, look, we need that tape to be probed. Now, what is important in a country is that the presidency or the government cannot sacrifice institutions for persons. You must sacrifice persons for institutions. There's corruption in all parts of the world, I can assure you. In the United Kingdom, in London, in America, in Europe, there is. But then, when such matters come out, when such matters are revealed in one way or the other, you cannot sacrifice the institutions for those persons. You call those persons and say, look, we need to sacrifice you so that we can keep the sanctity of these institutions. And you cannot destroy the sanctity of these institutions. But that is the opposite way we're seeing here.
Okay, with this, I want to take you into the states of the nation. Let us look at Nigeria as a whole, the postponement of this election. Is something wrong with the system, with the various institutions that make up this country? Is there a problem? And if there is, how did we come about it? And what could be done about them?
Let me try and capture, you know, the whole essence of the postponement of the elections for you. And I want to capture that by asking a very rhetorical question. Do you think, in all honesty, that if all the indices indicated that President Jonathan was coasting to victory on February 14th, if from the intelligence they had on the field, if from all indications that he was winning by a wide margin, do you think, whether PVC or no PVC, whether security or no security, do you think the elections would have been postponed?
Okay.
It would never have been postponed.
Okay, let me take this caller quickly.
Hello, caller.
I know, but we have a caller now. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Conley. I'm calling from London.
Okay, can you make your contributions quickly?
Okay, I just want to share a different perspective on the whole issue of politics going on in Nigeria right now.
Quickly, sir.
I think what people need to understand is that what we have, we shouldn't really be killing ourselves over it. It's in a way quite healthy. For over 16 years now, we've had almost what you could call a one-party system. The opposition has not had the ability to gather itself together and pose a formidable threat to the PDP. And as such, we've had a situation where the PDP have become lax and have become careless and reckless.
Okay.
Now we have a situation where a formidable opposition is being built. It's good for Nigeria.
Okay.
It's good for the politics of Nigeria.
Okay.
And I think Nigeria should actually be commended. The opposition should be commended as well for being able to form a coalition that can threaten.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you very much for that contribution. Thank you. So, you were saying?
No.
You were taking. I hope we haven't distorted your train of thought.
That is why you need to allow, you know, the train of thoughts, move on before people comment. So I can also follow up with such comments. Yes. But I even have comments to make on what he said.
Okay.
You know, so what we have now is a situation in Nigeria where the ruling party is prepared to do anything and destroy institutions in a bid to hold on to power. So what you saw the president say, or what you heard the president say about that tape, it's just a desperate bid to sacrifice the institution of the presidency, you know, for party politics. Obviously because it is, you know, the members of the party, of the ruling party, that were the major actors in that tape. That's why the president was rising in their defense. And in so doing, belittling the whole institution of the presidency. It is wrong. And to dovetail it into what the last caller just said,
yes,
this is complacency at the highest level. Because for 16 years, the PDP had always felt that whatever we do, there was never any challenger. We are not going to have any challenger. So it is that mindset, that frame of mind that they have still continued to, you know, exhibit up until this time where we now have a real challenge. Now, you see, just as a follow-up, just as a corollary to what that caller said, we are not saying that we want to move from imperfection to perfection. We are not saying that in seeking to unseat the ruling party, we are seeking for perfection. No. What we are seeking, the change we are seeking is not perfection to imperfection. Okay. It is a change from complete cluelessness, complete hopelessness, to some kind of expectation. You can see the expectations on the face of the people with General Buhari. What we desire is just a new set of thinkers, even if they are imperfect. Okay. But can it be done in a different way? Power has not worked for 16 years. NEPA has not worked. They have tried all kinds of tricks in the books. So can it be done in a different way? Let's have a different set of thinkers.
You actually just said something now which I'm going to take you on. Yeah. But before that, let us find out from our caller what he has to tell us. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, your contributions quickly.
I just want to quickly go straight to the point because I have only got 1 minute.
Okay.
Now, Festus.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing? God bless you and everything that you're doing for the country.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm seriously worried about your position. You, Rotogameti, Tinubu, all the rest. Because I saw in the Guardian newspaper today, the same general that was in that Ekiti Gate state went to visit Governor Mimiko in Ondo State. It is there in the Guardian newspaper today. The same general, Momo, whatever he calls himself. So this election has been lost already because the army, even in that case, the chief of army staff was implicated. Payoshe mentioned he received a call from the general, the chief of army staff. And if you look at it, if you read the Guardian today, the main general, brigadier general, went to visit the Ondo State governor today.
Okay.
So, I'm just worried about the state.
Did the Guardian tell us about,
that's what I have to say.
What happened? What transpired? What was the content of it?
The content of what?
I mean, what the meeting they had? Was this stated? The essence of the meeting?
Of the Guardian newspaper today, that brigadier general went to visit Governor Mimiko in Ondo State.
Okay then, thank you so much. Thank you about that. What's the significance? He said that this election is already lost, based on the plans that the ruling party have in place.
I think he has missed the point. No force of any army in the world, no collection of guns in the world, no conspiracy of authorities in the world can change or can stop an idea wose time has come.
Okay, I want to put
cannot
this
stop
question.
the will
let me ask
change.
You this. Let me ask you this question.
Is that
because from what you're saying, everyone know in Nigeria that you're supporting General Buhari
openly and decisively, because we must come down from the fence. We must come down from the fence at this point in time for the good of our country.
I respect that. Yeah. But there are other school of thoughts who have said that Nigerians are left with are given two bad choices to choose from. They have no choice at this time.
Why is General Buhari a bad choice? They say General Buhari is a bad choice because they cite instances of what he did between 1984 and 1985. That's all. Am I wrong? That's all. There's no other reason.
Okay.
There's no other reason. Human rights, 1984. He jailed people, 1984. He set up tribunals, 1984. All of those blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you something. The issues that Jimmy Carter campaigned about in 1976 or 77 were they the same issues that Obama campaigned about more than 3 decades later. The dynamics of society change. The dynamics of politics, they change. We are not talking about human rights now in 2015.
Okay.
We could have talked about human rights in 1984. Because, we have a constitution in place now. We have courts without ouster clauses in place. So you cannot, for example, frighten us. This is scaremongering. What they are doing is scaring people out of their skins for nothing. Oh, that general is going to come and lock up everybody again. Oh, he's going to do anything, and all of that. It's wrong. It's barbarous. It's lies. Because the conditions under which he operated in 1984, they are not the conditions that exist now again. Okay. So the issues have changed. Okay. The issues that dominate this campaign are issues of corruption, issues of insurgency, insecurity, and the economy.
We're going to get to that.
These are the issues that are present for now.
Let me take this caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, hello.
Thanks, for holding on. Please, can you go ahead?
Thank you. Thank you, my lawyer.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And thank you, my sister. I saw you at the campaign today, at the Buhari district. You see, I just want to take it from, my own is not a question. My own is a piece of advice to many Nigerians, youth. I'm a 30 years old. You see, I will advise many Nigerians to first of all look at the two parties. PDP is formed by individualism. Anybody who will win, either the governor or the president under PDP, will rule without consulting anybody. But under APC, that is a formidable party that is formed by almost four different parties that join together. One man cannot take decision. That is a party Nigerians should follow.
Okay.
I'm advising Nigerians, that is a party they should follow.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Nigerians should look after Jonathan again. What will happen? That party is fighting each other. The 4 years will be a fight among themselves.
Okay.
And we, the masses, will be the ones suffering it. We don't.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. There's something he said. And we were talking about issues. But people have come to say that the general is contesting this election based on, you know, the issue of corruption. That is all he has on his plate, to go and fight corruption. So what about...
No, he doesn't have insurgency. You think he doesn't have... He has the greatest thing on his plate is even insurgency. It's even insecurity.
But the other institutions suffering in Nigeria...
Other institutions?
Yes, a lot of... We lack infrastructural facilities in the country.
How can you build infrastructure with insecurity?
There are a lot of issues in Nigeria.
How can you build infrastructure? You're not even listening. How can you grow infrastructure with insecurity? I'm asking you.
Wait a minute.
When trees fall on top of each other, you must remove the top one first.
I understand. I understand. There are a lot of issues militating against the people of Nigeria. We're talking about 150 million people, and only a few people are ruling this country, like we obviously know. So corruption is one of the issues, or is it the basics of the problems in Nigeria?
So as a Nigerian, maybe with apologies, you have spent too much time outside the country, you don't know what is going on in the country. No, but you don't know that every single ailment we have in Nigeria now have grown out of corruption.
We talked about the devil's advocate. I have to play that.
There is a cancer in Nigeria called corruption. It is because of corruption that the health sector is not working.
Okay.
It's because of corruption that the power sector is not working. It is because of corruption that the economy is not working. It's because of corruption that all these institutions you're talking about, they are going comatose. It's because of corruption. And the kind of corruption, it goes beyond even financial gratification. There is financial gratification. It is the impunity with which they carry on with their duties.
Okay.
The general said, earlier today, if you listen to his speech, he said, look, there are rules existing already to even fight, and put these institutions back in place. But the problem is that the rules are being disobeyed with impunity. The greatest corruption we are facing in Nigeria today is not even monetary gratification. It is there. It is there. The greatest challenge we are facing in Nigeria today is the impunity with which public officers, carry out their duties.
Okay, let me take this caller. Let me take this caller first, then we'll get on to that. Hello, caller. Thanks for calling.
Hi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to contribute to the topic. I'm in early 30s, so I don't really know much about General Buhari and his government, but with the rumors that are going on all over the country and within Europe here about impunities and all that, with why we want to military head of state within the 2 years, and those are things that is frightening us that when it comes back, it's going to do damage to the country. But when I listened to him today at that Chatna House, from the way he's taking up the topic, I've listened to Jonathan's interview, though I'm from Niger Delta, which many people say, okay, it's an advantage to want to support somebody from Niger Delta. But when I listen to General Mohammed's interviews today, I know that he's coming back to right the wrongs and try to put our country in a very good path where people will start respecting our country. But my whole issue with General Mohammed Buhari, and if he wins today, how is he going to deal with somebody like Tinubu? Because I live in Lagos, though I live in Ireland, I live in Lagos. So I know Tinubu is history with Lagos, and he's got the kind of the way massive properties in Lagos, and he's making his daughter the next dive.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much for that call. So what do you have to say to that?
Now, the thing I find extremely funny about Nigerians is that most of the criticisms levied against Jonathan is that he's too tough. He's tough on what? He's tough on corruption.
Tough?
Yes.
The president?
No, General Buhari, sorry,
okay.
General Buhari. That he's too tough. He was too tough on corruption, 1984, 1985. It's not that he was just throwing people in jail. It was because of the very tough laws he made to fight corruption. Now, what I find extremely funny is that, now, we are a people with a disease, and a very cancerous disease, but we don't want to go through the surgery to cure that disease.
You think Nigerians are not ready?
Those people who are saying that he's too tough, there are people who are virtually saying that we are not prepared to go through tough times or a strong hand to cure the ailment that we are suffering.
You know, now, we're going to go on break now. I'm sorry to cut you, but there's a question that is on my mind and is on everybody's lips. We want to talk to you. Want you to tell us, as a member or a big supporter of General Buhari, to talk to us about his significance, the significance of his visit to the UK and the speech he made today at Chatham House. But we're going to be going for a break, and I will need you to stay with us. You have been faithful. We really do appreciate that. We're going to be going for a break to fix one or two troubling issues, and we'll be back 10:25.
Make your choice wisely. Use your votes wisely. Vote wisely.
If you have loved ones abroad, it's now even easier to put a smile on their face. With World Remit, you can send money the way you live your life, online. It's fast, secure and low cost. Simply send from your computer, tablet or smartphone anytime, anywhere. And put a big smile on everyone's face. World Remit. Happy transfers.
Local SIM, international SIM. Local SIM, international SIM. Do you often shift between two SIM cards to make calls? L-Mobi, the dual SIM mobile phone at the price of a single SIM mobile phone. Best quality at the best price. L-Mobi. Hello, 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 hello.
Every day starts with a vision. And as the saying goes, if you believe you can fly, you will. At Arik Air, we are determined to make good of every promise we make, maintaining operational excellence, an efficient fleet, and team friendliness. Flying demands the best of safety procedures, and that is why we are abreast of global standards delivered by top technicians using some of the most advances. At Arik Air, we don't just believe in flying, we are passionate about the flying experience. An experience that safely delivers you at each destination, feeling comfort and pleasure. An experience which truly keeps you closer to your dreams. This is our vision. Today, tomorrow, and beyond. Arik Air, Africa's fastest growing air.
Are you single, unattached, fed up of dating sites? Then call African Caribbean Partners, a personal introduction service to help you find your perfect partner for marriage or long-term relationship. Call African Caribbean Partners on 0208 574 3990, 0208 574 3990.
Cheapest airfare for all over the world. We specialize in all African destinations: Lagos, Accra, Harare, Abuja, Khartoum, and many more. Best fare is guaranteed. Your cheapest ticket is one call away. Buy with confidence. www.cheapestairflights.co.uk. Call us at 020-3290-9865. Cheapest airfare.
Make some noise! I'm gonna sing for you, you gonna sing for me, yeah. She says she wants some collabo.
Hey yo, what up everybody, I'm Paul. And I'm Peter, together we are Peace.
This is Shatta Wale coming straight from God.
It's your boy, Mr. Flavor Nabania from Nigeria. We're coming London on the 28th of March 2015.
SSE Arena Wembley.
If you don't know, now you know. So go get your ticket. Because if you do me, I do you, man.
Come and witness something live.
Get ready. Get ready. Solution Media and Infotech presents Dancer Freak London. Saturday, March 28th. Live at the SSE Arena Wembley, aka Wembley Arena. P Square from Nigeria, Shatta Wale from Ghana, and Flavor from Nigeria. Hosted by Eddie Caddy, Abranti, and DJ Edu on the decks. £20 early bird tickets till February 28th. Tickets and info, ssearena.co.uk or call 07404 611 178. It's gonna be mega.
MoneyGram is here to help. That's why we offer fast and affordable money transfers around the world to bring you closer to the ones you love. MoneyGram, bringing you closer.
Legendary beats.
I'm in love with
Fellow Nigerians, hashtag No Violence 2015. Free and fair elections.
Okay, thanks for staying with us. Never knew we'll be coming back this soon. It's a good thing. Okay, and we have a caller from Germany, Shola. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, Shola. Thank you so much for holding on.
That's not a problem.
Okay.
My problem is, I find it as a sort of great shame that the demonstrators, contra Buhari, who have no clue about what they are demonstrating for, take to the street and just demonstrate like that. From my own side of things, I would say these are no students, according to what was brought up in the footage. These are no students. These are asylum seekers. These are economic asylum seekers who can even hardly write their names or even spell it. I deal with these people daily. That is the true picture of what is happening at home. Give this type of people, a bag of rice or a bag of curry or 1,000 naira, they will kill for you. These people will surely kill for you.
Thank you very much for bringing up that point,
And what I want to comment is this, that what I want to have in your program is, could he make a prediction what will come after March 28, when the ex-militants are now claiming that they will never accept, that Jonathan doesn't win the election?
Thank you, Shola. Thank you so much. That's a good one. I'll leave you to answer that straight away.
Which part of it now?
Okay, you know what part am I going to take first? Because
let me say first of all, let me say something first of all about the protesters. Now, you cannot expect change to happen in a country without some kind of resistance. People who have been used to doing the things the same way over and over again, and who benefit so much from the system, people who have plundered our resources, who have destroyed our national ethos, who have destroyed the moral values that, that make a nation great. You cannot expect them to see the wind of change blowing down, led by a moral authority like General Buhari, who is acknowledged worldwide as somebody who is tough on corruption and tough also on insecurity. You cannot expect that type of wind to come without some people kicking, throwing their last kick, like the last kick of a drowning man. That is what you saw today in front of Chatham House. What they did, for front of Chatham House. Now, when the real voices of Nigerians will cry out for change, they will drown those little voices you heard today. Those 10, 15 people that gathered today.
Definitely. You talked about a prediction. We're going to take that before the program runs out. And before we went on break, I said I was going to put this question to you about the significance of the General's visit to the United Kingdom. And of course, on the lecture he gave today on the, stabilizing democracy in Nigeria.
Well, you can see that he was particularly very grateful to Europe, to the UK, and to America for putting enormous pressure on our government to respect the Constitution, to respect the wish of the people and the outcome of the elections, and to hold elections as scheduled. Now, the world is a global village now where you cannot isolate your country and do what you like without the world looking at you. So this visit is significant in the sense that it draws the attention of the world to what is going on in Nigeria. Now, if you have somebody who is bigger, who is more powerful than you, and you lock the door in a room, and you say you want to fight the person inside the room, he's going to kill you inside the room. So when you have somebody who has all the resources at his disposal, the army, the police, the SSS, and even he appointed all the INEC officials, commissioners. You have such a person who is your opponent. The only thing you need to do is to open the door and cry out to the world to come and see, and to make sure that the fight you want to fight with the person is a fair contest. So that he doesn't use weapons when you are using bare hands to fight him. He must use bare hands like you are using bare hands to fight him. Both of you must be on an even slate. So that is the significance of this. To draw the attention.
You know, I'm going to take you on a personal note next, but let me speak with this caller. Hello?
Hello, yeah, this is Paul calling from Hertfordshire.
Okay, go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, I want to ask one question because I was really disappointed. Yeah, the way some Nigerian citizens brought the country to disrepute. The question is that what has Mohamed Buhari come to do in London?
I think, did you miss out on what he actually said before?
Well, I think he was already on the phone.
He was already there and you weren't listening.
Yes, he was waiting for...
Okay, because Mr. Festus Keyamo has just given an in-depth explanation about the general's visits.
Yeah, because my own issue with Nigerians is that, hello, are you with me?
Yes.
Yes. There has been election in this country several times. I've never seen the Prime Minister or the person who is contesting to this position going to Hong Kong to hold a meeting rather than putting his own manifesto to the people of his own country.
No, this is...
telling me, are they not Britons in Hong Kong, or are they not Britons in other countries?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
For him to come here to the Chatham House, rather go and tell the people, not debating, tell the people what you want to do for them back home. Because we are not voting. We are just here. I don't have my PVC. I'm not going back to Nigeria to vote. You should tell the people back in the country who's going to change, the situation.
I'm sorry, I need to answer this. Sorry, sir. Let me explain to the world, like you say today.
No, let me explain. He said he's not seen Tony Blair going to Hong Kong to come. It's a very simple and straightforward issue because Hong Kong does not have any controlling effect over Britain. Hong Kong is not a colonial master of Britain. So you will not see a somebody who wants to be a Prime Minister of Britain going to a place like Hong Kong to campaign because diplomatically, in any way at all, Hong Kong will not have any control over the politics or the affairs of UK. But you see, the British, they are our colonial masters. They still have a lot of influence on our governments. They still have a lot of say, as to how, what happens within even the African, on the African continent. They exert a lot of, moral pressure.
Okay. So are you saying the general is here to speak to them? Because Paul, thank you for that question.
It's to draw the attention of the world. It was to draw the attention of the world to what is happening in Nigeria and to call upon them to let the government in Nigeria respect the Constitution, hold elections as scheduled, and respect the wish of the people. That is all. Okay. It's to draw the attention of the world. Okay, and I'm surprised that he is here in Britain and somebody is even here to pay him courtesies, to even let Nigerians who are here, living here, to say, look, this is the transformation that is happening back home. So even your one call from Britain to your relatives in the village, because in most cases you are more enlightened, you have seen the world, you have seen the way things are run here in Britain. One call from you to 10 of your relatives back home to say, look, I send money to you home monthly, I do this for you monthly, and I think I've listened to this person speak. Please vote for this person. That will go a long way too. Definitely. Because you also exert a lot of pressure on people back home. Okay. So never miss that point, my brother. You are important as much as the Nigerians living in Nigeria. You are also very important. And the visit is also part of courtesy that he is showing to you living
there. We talked about PCV. We'll touch on that.
PVC.
PVC.
Yes.
PVCs.
Yes.
The permanent voters
Yes.
card. But let me speak with this caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, can you go ahead, tell us your name, where you're calling from?
I'm Prince Henry Amadjegu. I'm calling from London.
Okay.
I want to contribute to this program. It's quite a very good one. First off, I'm very much impressed with your contributions and also with what's been going on in the politics in Nigeria now. I've been following you. I know you too well, followed even when you were coming up for governorship. I thought you were going to come for that. I don't know what happened along the line. But my contribution on this GND, General Muhammad Buhari issue is we need someone who is not as clueless as the current person we have. We need someone who will fight corruption. I always tell people, because I am here as the chairman of APC UK Southeast, I've told people many times that we don't need the best of the economies. We have one of the best economies in the world with the person of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. With a corrupt president, what has she achieved? The country is going down into corruption. I tell people I talk to and I converse with every day that we need to reduce corruption by at least 2.5% every year.
Okay.
I am very sure that the general is going to do after being there today, listening to him speak.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
5 years we'll be able to reduce corruption to a very, very minimum.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. He's talking corruption again.
Yes. You see, this is a campaign that is dominated by the theme of corruption, insecurity, and the economy. And I was telling you this earlier. So, 90% of the energies of the PDP have been dissipated at throwing darts at wrong issues.
Yeah.
You are throwing darts at issues of 1984-85 that are not current now, that have no bearing on how the people are living now, that have no bearing on the economy, that have no bearing on insecurity now, have no bearing on corruption now. Let me tell you this. You see, these calls are interrupted, so we cannot even talk about what the disasters that are going on now with even the ruling party and their campaign.
Okay.
This is a campaign, for example, dominated by the theme of corruption.
Okay.
Now, a campaign that's dominated by the theme of corruption, what did you do as the president? You appoint a person facing trial for corruption as your director of media and publicity. In other words, the face of your campaign is a person who is in court. I am the one prosecuting him, so I can say so authoritatively. We came out of court yesterday before I rushed down to London. Facing trial for money laundering. You now pick that person and put him as the face of your campaign. How clueless can a president be? How, you know, he doesn't have any appetite against corruption. There's no revulsion. He doesn't cringe at the mention of corruption, the president. So, how can you reconcile that? And you say, let me finish.
Would you say?
And you can't say, hold on. And some people say, oh, sorry, the person has not been convicted. He's just in court facing trial for corruption. And I tell you this, go and release armed robbers now in prison, waiting trial. I mean, suspected armed robbers who are awaiting trial for armed robbery. Go and release them and make one of them your police chief or your minister of police affairs. If you tell me that there's no moral issue about somebody standing trial for money laundering, if you say there's no moral issue, then do what I told. Then advise the president to go and release also armed robbery suspects and make one the head of the Secondly, on corruption.
Yes.
So we must make points. We must make points. We should not just come here and talk and talk. Secondly, on corruption, the president handed over the entire maritime security of Nigeria. Instead of fighting oil theft on the high seas, instead of fighting bunkering, he gave up, you know, the fight and said, look, certain pirates, certain persons, individuals had overwhelmed the Navy. They overwhelmed the Navy. And so he now gave this maritime security of the country to private crooks, not the army. He contracted out the security of the waterways and said they should help secure pipelines. That is what he did. For a sum of 16 billion naira for 5 years. How can you give out the security of your water instead of fighting the corruption within the Navy that was making it impossible for them to police the waterways? Instead of fighting the corruption, you now contract out the security of the waterways. And guess what? In the reply of Okonjo-Iweala to Soludo, she said, look, why are we not making so much money? It's because oil theft has been so high in the last 4 or 5 years. In other words, what you were trying to prevent
is actually happening.
But it's actually even worse now. It's worse. And it's not coming from me. I'm not the one saying it. And they pay 16 billion already on it. In other words, you are putting a rat as a watchman over a muzzle of fish. How can you not expect more oil? Not expect it. But how can the government be so clueless? How can the government be so directionless to do such a thing to the people? And no wonder, apart from this famous thing that he said, stealing is not corruption, where he's trying to repair the statement now. He went to the east to campaign, and when he got to Enugu, he was telling the people in Enugu that Jimwombodo, during his time, what he stole was not enough to buy a Beetle car, and yet Buhari jailed him for so many years. This is coming from the mouth of the president and commander-in-chief of my country. I collapsed that day. I collapsed on my seat.
Okay, let me take this caller. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate what, is it Mr. Festus?
Yes, Mr. Festus Keyamo.
Saying, and I know he's defending Buhari logically because he is of the APC. I say kudos to all your efforts. But during the time of Buhari, what was the state of the economy? When Buhari was made the PFM chairman, he appointed somebody that, embezzled money there that was very close to him. Is that not part of embezzlement?
Okay.
And what are his plans? What has he got to do for Nigeria? It's not a matter of talking of what he's done before. History is past, present, and future. What are his future plans for Nigeria?
Okay, sir. I would need callers who have been doing a lot of reading because you are asking stale questions. Thank you very much. If you've been reading the dailies, you would have answers to these questions. I wouldn't need you to talk much about that, but we're talking about this corruption, and quite a number of people are wondering if he's actually going to probe past governors.
No, but the general has said over and over again that he's just drawing a line from the day he gets into office. So he's not going to burden himself with what has happened so much in the past. But then the rules are there. I mean, I have been at the forefront of prosecution for so many years. So I know these rules inside out, I have prosecuted for the EFCC. I've sent people to jail for such things. I know the limits of ministers, the limits of directors, the limits of permanent secretaries. The rules are there. I know the rules of the Public Procurement Act, for example, inside out. Okay. From section 1 to the last section of the Public Procurement Act. Okay. So the rules are there. These are anti-corruption laws that are in place. Okay. All you need to do is to draw a line. Don't cross these laws. If you cross these laws in the discharge of your functions, you will be punished for it.
You mentioned some things.
May 30th,
You mentioned some things that I'm sure that a lot of Nigerians are quite happy about because we're talking about issues-based campaigns. Let us talk about what are your manifestos, what are you going to do about about this or that, or what would you do for Nigerians instead of all these insults that they've been throwing up and down. I want you to tell me your opinion, or what do you think? Because Governor Fayose of Ekiti State, it just won't stop. It keeps wishing deaths on the person of General Buhari.
Now, is that campaign, I ask you, who has been abusing, the other person? Who have been abusive in their campaign, on the campaign trail? Point one advert to me, one advert that, the APC has attacked the person of Jonathan. It's only about the policies that they keep attacking. Policies on insecurity, policies on corruption, and policies on the economy. Now, what do you see on the other side? I don't know whether you're in Nigeria to follow these adverts. You see a ruling party, instead of saying, and advertising to Nigerians as to what they want to do. You will see adverts like Buhari jailed Awolowo in 1984, your son. He jailed Ajashi, your son. He jailed Bola Ige, your son. Don't vote for him. They now go to the east and say, yeah, Igbos, this man jailed your son. Jim Wombodo, he jailed your son. Alex Ekweme, he jailed your son. How can you divide Nigerians along ethnic lines, race ethnic sentiments on a campaign trail? That's the ruling party.
That is sad. That's sad. But
the ruling party.
Let me take this caller. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Okay, madam. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Yeah, I'm Cecilia. Please, I want to say just 2 points to Mr. Keyamo.
Yes.
Welcome to England. Please, you people are in charge of this election. To unseat a sitting government is not easy. They will do everything to rig this election. Please don't sit on your oars. As they are moving, please get people to move along with them and make sure that we have a fair election. It should not be business as usual before. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, madam.
I talked about insurgents. I talked about corruption. Let me give you a few points because we may be running out of time.
Yes.
About the state of insecurity. How clueless this government has been. You remember they announced a fake peace deal with the insurgents. A government coming so low as to be begging insurgents, rascals, people taking over your country. They were the ones announcing ceasefire with them. Whereas the next day, the people replied and said, we never entered a ceasefire with you. And what you heard was boah, all kinds of bombs all over the place again. How clueless can a government be? Remember, they have shown us twice that Shekau was dead.
Yes.
The leader of the Boko Haram, that he was dead. Only for them to declare last week that he has given marching orders for them to go and get him alive.
Okay. I am pleading with my producer to just give me 1 more minute. I need to take this. High Chief Dokpesi, Raymond Dokpesi was here, and that's the CEO of DAR Communications. And he said that General Buhari has contested 3 times, he lost, and by the grace of God, these were his words, that he would fail again.
Under which conditions did he contest the first 3 times? He contested under parties that did not have this type of national appeal, this type of coalition. We are talking about this time where, first of all, people are disenchanted with the ruling party. So naturally, you have people just looking for anybody who represents change. He now represents the change. That's one factor. The second factor, you now have the leaders of the entire Western region now. People like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all of them, the leaders of the Western region, now throwing their complete weight behind him. He contested before and nearly won when the governors under his party, ANPP, then did not have up to 3 or 4 governors. The CPC had only 1 governor in 2011. Now he has 14 governors supporting his bid.
Yeah. Okay.
And even those times, he gave the ruling party a run for their money.
Yeah.
Now he has 14 governors from 1 governor of the CPC.
Okay.
I know this. I think the party, even the PDP, they know that they're in hot soup. And I think by now, without even mincing words, some of the bags of Jonathan would have been packed in the villa now, ready to go back to Toke.
Mr. Festus Keyamo, it's always a pleasure having you. You're a delight anytime. Thank you so much for coming on Politrix.
God bless you.
Okay, and I must tell you, viewers, Kayode is going to be here next week. He'll be arriving this weekend, and he's going to be here with you. Yours truly, Kayode. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. We say thank you to Mr. Festus Keyamo. You'll be going back very soon to Nigeria. Safe trip. And to you, our beautiful viewers, for being so supportive. Thank you so much. And we are going to be doing this again. Of course, you know, next week is going to be with Kayode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Of mine, Nigeria on my mind.
can compare.
Àsìkò ìbò ti tún dé fún àwọn ará Nàìjíríà. Ta lẹ fẹ́ yàn fún ìjọba Nàìjíríà? Ṣé PDP ni àbí APC àbí pátì mìíràn tó wà níta?